Arsenal have had a very busy summer so far with signing multiple players, including 350+ million signings. They have also made a couple of sales and some players have left on a free. However, there are a lot more business to do in terms of the departures, but we are going to make the signings Arsenal have done in real life and go and win the Champions League. So this is how the current Arsenal team is looking before us making any of the summer signings. And yes, it's not the strongest of teams in terms of left-back rating. We of course have Calafiori and Lewis Kelly, Zinchenko and Tierney as well. However, Tierney has left, so he will definitely be sold. But we will stick with them even though Arsenal haven't made a left-back signing that is high rated, because they of course believe in Calafiori, and Lewis Kelly has also been absolutely immense since he joined the first team. So despite some players not being the best of ratings, we will just do the business Arsenal have done in the summer, and there are a lot of things to do here, so let's just get started. And we of course know that Takehiro Tomiyasu has been released from his contract due to consistent injury problems since he joined the club, so we will release him. And we will also release these players because he's of course been released in real life, or when his contract deal run out, and I will not name him for obvious reasons. But players like Jorginho, Tierney, who have left the club for a free as well and joined other clubs, I will just make them put them on the transfer list and get some money. I don't need the money, but I will just do it simply because I don't want them to be free agents. And also, Norberto Neto's loan deal has run out and he has not been signed on a permanent, and the same goes for Raheem Sterling, who has also gone back to Chelsea. And here you can see everyone that has been put on the transfer list. Most of them has or will leave the club in real life for sure, and if I'm just guessing, I think everyone on this transfer list is set to leave the club, even Alexander Zinchenko right here. But yeah, some of them has already left. Vieira will leave, Lokonga will definitely leave, Nelson is linked to Fulham, Nuno Tavares, Jorginho has already left, same for Tierney. Karlhein, I can't see him stay and be a third choice goalkeeper, so he will also leave the club. And I guess Zinchenko will also leave, and Butler Oyeji has found a new club. And here we are making our first sales from the club, and the first sale is 71 rated goalkeeper Karlhein, and he has gone from Arsenal to Leeds United for 4.75 million. Our second sale of the summer is a player who was a key player for Arsenal in the 2022-2023 season, and that is Alexander Zinchenko, and he has joined RB Leipzig for 15.7 million. Another sale is Kieran Tierney, and he has joined Celtic in real life. However, we have not sold him to Celtic because they weren't interested. The first offer was from West Ham, and he has gone to West Ham for 14.5 million euros. The next player to leave the club is Reiss Nelson, and this is a pretty realistic move actually. Yes, he's been linked to Fulham in real life, and it seems like he will go to Fulham. However, he has joined a different London club in Crystal Palace, who has been linked to the player multiple times. Fabio Vieira has also left the club, and this is a bit of a controversial move, as he has of course played for Porto before. He was joined to Porto last season, and now he has gone to or actually he didn't go to Benfica. Benfica was the first team to have a bid accepted for him. However, he has gone to Newcastle instead for 16 million euros, so not too controversial of a move. Albert Sambi Lokonga has also left the club, as he will do that in real life, and he has gone on a permanent move away from Arsenal and joined a fellow Premier League club in Brentford for 8.5 million. Nuno Tavares has also been sold, of course, and I'm just selling everyone that I do believe will leave Arsenal in real life. He has gone to another Premier League club. He's been on loan there before, Nottingham Forest, and he has joined them for 17.5 million. And due to Butler Oyeji's wages being too high for any clubs to get a deal with him accepted, I will therefore release the contract of him. And the last sale and last player who will leave Arsenal in this transfer window, it is Jorginho, and take a look at where he has gone. He's been at Chelsea before. He then moved to Arsenal for a cheap deal, and now he has joined Liverpool for 17.3 million. So as we can see, we have no reserves in the team. We are now very short. Our best, we don't have a defensive midfielder. We are, of course, going to sign a striker. You know who it will be signed. You know everyone who will be signed probably. But yeah, the team is now lacking players. It's time to make 6 pretty big signings for this Arsenal team. And we are going to make our first signing here to Arsenal Football Club, and it is the new backup keeper. He was on loan at Bournemouth in the last season. He then went back to Chelsea, but Arsenal bought him for just 5.8 million euros, and that is of course Kepa Arrizabalaga. As two defensive midfielders left the club this summer, Arsenal needed a huge new defensive midfielder signing and also needed a backup option, and the backup option, it is Christian Nørgaard from Brentford, who joined the club for 11.6 million. And I like this kind of move in his career mode, as we of course sold Albert Sambi-Lokonga to Brentford, so we kind of made a swap deal with them. Talking about defensive midfielders, this is of course the main one. He was signed for a total of 70 million euros from Real Sociedad. It is Martin Zubimendi, who was linked to Arsenal for over a year. He rejected clubs like Liverpool, for example, and wanted to join Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. So welcome to the club, Martin Zubimendi. Arsenal have been in big need of a backup or an rotation option with Bukayo Saka, as he has been forced to basically play everything for the last couple of years, even since he broke into the first team really. We brought that in. He may play on the left in real life, but we will not use him on the left simply because Trossard and Martinelli's rating are bigger. But Noni Madueke has joined Arsenal, and in real life he joined for 56 million euros. It wasn't enough with just Christian Nørgaard as the only Christian signing. Arsenal also signed Christian Mosquera from Valencia, one of the most exciting young defenders in La Liga last season. He joined for just 15 million euros from Valencia, and it's a really exciting signing for Arsenal, so welcome to the club, Mosquera. And then we of course have the big one. Arsenal have not exactly signed too many strikers in recent years, as of course Havertz was signed mainly to play in the midfield, but here is Arsenal's new number 14 in real life, the top goal scorer in Europe, all of Europe last season. He is just an absolutely immense player. The Swedish striker Viktor Gyökeres joined the Arsenal for 65 million euros, and it's just an outrageous signing. Really exciting to see how he will do. So welcome to our new star striker Viktor Gyökeres. And this is how Arsenal are, as things currently stand, going to line up in the next season. I will actually put Martinelli in the starting 11 instead of Trossard, even though Trossard will probably start most of the games in early of this rebuild, as his rating is one higher than Martinelli. But this team is absolutely outrageous, and the depth in the team is also insane. We have David Raya in goal, 86 rated, Ben White as the right back, 84 rated, Calafiori, the weakest player in terms of rating in the squad, just 78 rated, Gabriel 87, the same goes for William Saliba. New signing Martin Zubimendi, 82 rating. He will probably get a decent boost going into FC 26. The other midfield duo is Declan Rice, 87 rated, and Martin Ødegaard, the captain of Arsenal, is also 87 rated. Gabriel Martinelli, 82 rated on the left. Bukayo Saka, 88 rated on the right, the best player at Arsenal. And then the new striker, the new star, Viktor Gyökeres, 86 rated, and the bench is also absolutely immense, with Jurrien Timber 82 rated. The other option at right back, we have Mosquera and Kivior, 77 rated for Mosquera and 76 rated for Kivior, who are the backup options as the centre back. The left back, who will get a lot of game time for Arsenal this season and maybe even be the starter instead of Calafiori in real life, is Miles Lewis-Kelly. He's just 17 in this game, 73 rated, absolutely insane. Christian Nørgaard, the backup to Martin Zubimendi, 78 rated, just 30 years old, so he will keep his rating for a few more years in this rebuild if we need to play multiple seasons. Then we have Mikel Merino, the savior of Arsenal last season when they played striker. He's 84 rated, and can slot in as, of course, a striker if we need that, but mainly as a Declan Rice backup option or a rotation piece with him. Then we have Ethan Maneri, who will be the Martin Ødegaard rotation option, 75 rated, just 17 years old here as well, absolutely insane talent. New signing, Noni Madueke, the backup option to Bukayo Saka, 17 unrated, 22 years old, England international, very exciting signing by Arsenal. Leandro Trossard, 83 rated, can play left wing and as a striker, and he has been linked with a move away from Arsenal, so it's maybe one to keep an eye on, as Arsenal potentially may sign, for example, Rodrigo, although he seems likely to stay at Real Madrid now, or even someone like Eberechi Esse. Then we have a player who can play as a striker and in the midfield. It is, of course, Kai Havertz, 82 rated. Then Kepa, 78 rated. Very, very good backup goalkeeper. Kivior we talked about, of course. Then Gabriel Jesus, who is out with an ACL injury in real life. But yeah, still a very good player. And then we have Maldini Kasuri to end things off. But yeah, very good team, Arsenal team. Let's see if we can win the Premier League and maybe even the Champions League in the first season here at the club. Season number 1 here at Arsenal has not exactly gone as we hoped, as we finished second in the Premier League. And of course, insert joke here, right? Arsenal finishing second. Woohoo! I know. Yeah, we finished 8 points behind Man City. We had 6 draws, 7 losses, which is just too much. We scored the most goals in the Premier League, which is good. However, we conceded 10 more goals than what Man City did. So yeah, we can't win the Premier League when we concede 46 goals a season. That is just impossible. But yeah, that is really disappointing actually. I was expecting to at least get to the Champions League final and win that, or win the Premier League. And as we can see, who went down? Southampton, Leicester and Everton. So Ipswich actually managed to stay in the league, and Man United finishing 16th. So at least it's something realistic in this rebuild. Let's take a look at the FA Cup winners. Newcastle won that, beating Man United 2-1. Where did we go out? We went out in the semi-finals to Man United. Carabao Cup, we didn't win that either. Man City won that. We went out in the quarterfinals to Stoke. That is, yeah, unacceptable really. So we actually went trophyless because the Champions League was won by Real Madrid, beating Man City 1-0. We went to the playoff. We beat Lille 7-3 in the round of 16. We played against Real Madrid and lost 4-2. So we just reached the round of 16 in the Champions League. Yeah, this season has been an absolute stinker from us. And looking at the team, I do believe we have to win at least one trophy in the first season with this team. We have underperformed massively. Our attack is, yeah, we have 290 rated players here. Our midfield 88, 89 and 85. And our defense 280 or 188 rated. Centre back with Saliba being 89 and Raya 88. Yeah, what a stinker of a first season at Arsenal. Bukayo Saka was our top goal scorer, and he also got the most assists for us. 29 goals and 20 assists in 56 games is insane. Gabriel Martinelli also had an absolute monster of a season. 29 goals, 12 assists, 28 goals from Gyökeres with 11 assists is alright. 8 goals from Ødegaard, 17 assists, 7 assists from Declan Rice, 8 goals. Calafiore scoring 6 goals and getting 1 assist from left back. Ben White scoring 3 goals, Subimendi 3 goals, 4 assists. Luis Kelly 3 goals, 1 assist. Mosquera scoring 2 goals from centre back in 34 appearances. Saliba 1 goal, same for Gabriel. Nurgar 1 goal, 1 assist. Vaneri just playing 3 games with 1 goal. Madueke just 5 games, 1 goal. So a shame to see both of them not playing more. Timber 1 goal, 2 assists. And Jakub Kivior also getting a goal. And did anyone get an assist without playing? Havertz playing just 4 games. Poor guy. 4 games but 1 assist. Same for Leandro Trossard. So I would like the rotation in the defense with Calafiore and Luis Kelly both getting decent game time. Same with our centre backs here. And also White and Timber. But I would like to see some more rotation from the game when it comes to the midfield and attack. Now, let's go into season number 2. And the only piece of business I will do in season number 2 is to sell Gabriel Jesus, because he played 0 games in our first season here. So no need to keep him really. We don't need 380 plus rated strikers. So yeah, Gabriel Jesus, He's linked with a move away from Arsenal in real life, however, due to his ACL injury he got earlier this year, it is uncertain if he will be sold or not, but I don't think he has a long future left at Arsenal, so we will just sell him. And Gabriel Jesus has left the club. Unfortunately, his Arsenal career didn't go as planned due to multiple big knee injuries. However, hopefully he can now revive his career at Aston Villa, we've sold him for 30 million euros. So the team is exactly as it was during our first season here. Raya is now up to 88 rated, Ben White is 85, Saliba 89, Gabriel 88, Ricardo Calafiori has gone up to 82, which is good to see. Subimendi is 85, Declan Rice is 88, Martin Odegaard is 89, Martinelli, who had an absolutely amazing season considering he started at like 82 rating, is now up to 85, Bukayo Saka is 90, and the same goes for Gyökeres, and our bench also has grown very well with Madueke up to 82, Havertz 84, Timber 84, Mosquera 80. So yeah, a big season hopefully, and we have to win trophies now. If we go trophyless again, yeah, I don't know what to say, but we should definitely win the Premier League or the Champions League, one of the two. So come on Arsenal, let's go for the big ones. Season 2 was the season we made the big Champions League final, and as we can see, we beat Real Madrid 5-2 on aggregate over 2 legs, which is just fantastic, and we will take on AC Milan in the Champions League final. So a very exciting final right there, but let's see if we won the Premier League as well. Do we have a chance at the double? We do not. We were 4 points behind Man City, and once again we finished in second place. Liverpool third with just 68 points. So yeah, another second place finish for Arsenal, which is not ideal. We scored 91 but conceded too many goals. Once again drew 10 games. So yeah, we weren't far away, but unfortunately we did not win the Premier League this rebuild. The FA Cup was won by Chelsea. Where did we go out? We went out in the semi-finals to Chelsea on penalties. And the Carabao Cup, we won that, so we have a chance at the double. And our journey to the League Cup win, we won 3-1 against Huddersfield. Then in the fourth round we won against Tottenham, which we love to see. 3-1. Quarterfinals, easy 3-0 win against Hull City. Then we beat Burnley in the semi-finals, and then we of course beat Brighton in the final. And then the Champions League, we went directly through to the round of 16, where we played against Roma and won 3-2. In the quarterfinals we beat Bayern München 4-3. In the semifinals, we took revenge on Real Madrid and won 5-2. And now we of course got to play AC Milan in the final. And Victor Gyökeres now had a proper goal scoring season. He scored 43 goals in 63 games and also got 7 assists. Bukayo Saka 35 goals, 15 assists, so 50 goal contributions from Gyökeres, 50 goal contributions from Bukayo Saka. Martinelli 24 goals, 8 assists. Calafiori getting 10 goals and 3 assists from left back is good. 6 goals, 13 assists from Subimendi. Odegaard having a pretty poor season in terms of goal contributions with just 6 goals and 9 assists. Rice with 5 goals, 14 assists. Merino scoring 5 times. Mosquera scoring 4 times. Trossard 4 goals, 1 assist in just 11 games. Timber 2 goals, 1 assist. Ben White 1 goal, 4 assists. Gabriel scoring once. Madueke also getting a single goal. Raya, however, got 4 assists, which is, yeah, pretty good from a goalkeeper. And apart from that, no one really did anything. We can see Vanier getting 0 minutes. I don't like it. Luis Kelly just getting 8. So Madueke 7. Havertz 8 games. Kepa 0. Maldini here 1 game. Kivior 17 now. So it's alright. But yeah, not the best of squad rotation, but let's take a look at the squad that will take on AC Milan in the final. And here it is, and it's a very, very strong team. We're starting with the bench, actually, or reserves. Kepa is 79 rated, Kivior is 79, Kashiri here 62, but Havertz 84, Trossard still 83, Madueke up to 83, Vaneri 79, Mikel Merino has gone up to 85, Nurgar is 79, Luis Kelly 79, Christian Mosquera up to 83, so he has had a pretty decent growth. Timber 85, then Raya in goal 90 rated, Ben White as our right back 86 rated, Saliba still 89, Gabriel has now gone up to 89 as well, Calafiori up to 84, Subimendi is 87, Rice is 90, Odegaard our highest rated player up to 92, Martinelli 87, Bukayo Saka 91, and Victor Gyökeres up top is also 91. But now, let's go and win the Champions League for the first time in Arsenal's history. And Theo Hernandez using his pace down the left hand side to try and make an early attack for AC Milan, but Saliba just giving AC Milan a free opportunity. Raya makes a good save first, but Pulisic gets the rebound, and after just 5 minutes we see ourselves 1-0 down to the former Chelsea player Christian Pulisic. And one thing I've just noticed that is pretty frustrating is that I forgot to change the kit numbers of the current or the new Arsenal signings. As we see, Gyökeres is number 10 in this game. So yeah, if you're an Arsenal fan and care about that, I'm really sorry. I was meant to change the numbers, but yeah, seeing Gyökeres as the number 10 is, yeah, it's not ideal, really. And we got to do some defending once again. We have been on the back foot so far. That is good job by Calafiore, but AC Milan being the better team so far. We are yet to create a proper chance, and AC Milan are just all over us with rain. There's the now current Man City player, but Gabriel does a good job at the back. And maybe we can do something now. Martin Ødegaard, he gets past Fofana. Declan Rice, what can he do? He keeps the ball well, finds Bukayo Saka, one of the best players in the Arsenal team. Bukayo Saka goes on his weaker foot, he goes on his right foot, and he finds the back of the net. And it's Arsenal star boy Bukayo Saka that scores the equalizer. And now Theo Hernandez loses the ball high up the pitch, and now we can take advantage of the space he has left behind. Rafael Leao tries to track back, but Ødegaard finds Bukayo Saka. Can he do it once again? Bukayo Saka, this time on his left foot, and he scored a brace with in just 5 minutes. Arsenal's number 7, Bukayo Saka, has single-handedly turned this game around. Reindeers, what can he do now? The Dutch midfielder, he tries the shot, but Gabriel makes a big block. Rafael Leao against Ben White, and Ben White is showing his class by actually catching up to one of the fastest players in the game, Rafael Leao. However, Saliba gives the ball back once again. Thankfully, he wins it back. Bukayo Saka with a good ball to Victor Gyökeres. Surely this is 3. Surely this... Oh no. Oh wow. That is a horrible shot by our star striker Gyökeres. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Declan Rice, he finds Gyökeres. Surely this time. Surely this time. This time he finds the back of the net. And that is more like it by our Swedish striker Gyökeres. And it's now Arsenal 3, AC Milan 1. Jimenez, can he get some hope for AC Milan at the end here with that decision making? He definitely cannot. And now it's Saka on the attack. Bukayo Saka to Declan Rice. Gyökeres tries to make a run behind the defenders. Rice goes himself. Martinelli is with him. On the left, Gabriel Martinelli, he shoots, and Mainan saves it. And Declan Rice, maybe he can try the long shot here. Declan Rice, he shoots, and he scores. And it's an absolute banger by Declan Rice in the last few minutes of the game. And he has definitely secured Arsenal's Champions League trophy with a monster hit. And that is game over. Arsenal have finally won a Champions League in an easy final against AC Milan. And here we have the trophy lift as well. It was a successful rebuild. Yes, I would have liked to win the Premier League as well, but it was the Champions League we were after, and we have won it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like to the video and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you guys next time.